today in Congress, you not only made a lot of people that do our job safer, you made America safer.
Every day, these men and women behind us put their lives on the line to keep our families, our homes, and our workplaces safe and secure. They frequently are forced to make crucial life or death decisions on a dime. If they can be entrusted to do all of this, then certainly they can be entrusted with the collective bargaining rights. Today, the House of Representatives agreed, and it agreed overwhelmingly, and it agreed on a bipartisan basis. By a vote of 314 to 97, the House voted to extend collective bargaining rights to these workers, to our first responders, to the thin blue line, to all of these workers in emergency situations, the right of collective bargaining.
Every year, more than 21,000 police officers and 75,000 firefighters are injured on the job. Collective bargaining gives police and firefighters a voice in improving working conditions so they can do their very difficult jobs and then return safely to their families. I'm proud of the action this House has taken today to protect the rights of these men and women who every day work to protect our homes and families. Thank all of you for your courage and your service to our country.
It is hot here today, but it is not nearly as hot, nor as dangerous as the daily confrontations that these men and women face, and for which America is deeply thankful. 300 plus members, 75% of the members of the Congress of the United States said, "We honor you. We honor your service. We honor your contribution. And in honoring you, we want to make sure that your voice is able to be heard in an organized, effective fashion."
We do our best work, by the way, when we can sit down and agree on something. And one thing the American people agree upon is that our first responders are very important, and Congress reflected that today.
I think it's a very important problem when someone who deals with some of the most important and stressful situations in this country, by walking a cell block, or riding on the back of a fire apparatus, or walking a beat as a police officer, I think it's very important that those men and women be given the right to speak for themselves, no matter where they live. They have the right to stand up for their families and their interests, no matter what their state legislature says about whether they should or not. So we did something very important today in passing this legislation, and we did it together.
It's important to remember that collective bargaining is a critical tool to resolve differences, not create them. The success of the law enforcement mission depends on an open dialogue. The rank and file officers of these organizations, therefore, deserve this ability, and we thank this Congress for making that possible.
And this legislation is more than just history. It's finally the United States Congress, in a bipartisan fashion, seeing that a group of unbelievable workers who are dedicated to their communities and the citizens every hour of every day, who never second guess what they're going to do when the bells hit or an alarm sounds. They're going to respond, are finally afforded what every other worker in this country has basically enjoyed for almost 8 decades. And that is simply to be able to come together, join a union, be recognized by their employer, and sit down across from a table and negotiate the terms of an agreement that will affect their families, their lives, and their ability to do a tough job.